Is we live? Let me see. See if I can. Oh, there you go. We live. What up, though? It's John Blaze, and this is the plug. And everything in the theme song. So let's play the theme song. Let's play a possible theme song. Here we go.
It's a late night show, I don't care who watch, cause I'm doing this shit anyway. If you up, then you up. If you down, then be down. It's the plug and that's John Blaze. It's a late night show, I don't care who watch, cause I'm doing this shit anyway. If you up, then you up. If you down, then be down. It's the plug and that's John Blaze. I want it isn't red beat styles. I want it isn't red beat styles. And if you want it, then you wanna have style, baby, down, baby. I'm a one it isn't red big style. But I'm a one it isn't red big style. I'm a one it isn't red big style. And if you want it, then you wanna have style, baby, down, baby. I'm a one it isn't red big style. It's a late night show, I don't care who watch, cause I'm doing this shit anyway. If you up, then you up. If you down, then be down. It's the plug and that's John Blaze.
Yeah. It's the plug and that's John Blaze. All right, what up, though? What am I on tonight? Not much. I think I want to start off. Well, first of all, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I think I'm gonna start off with the documentary. I did a documentary a couple of years ago. It's called Nine to Forever, and I'm about to share that motherfucker. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. All right. It's about 30 minutes. I might watch the whole thing. Fuck it.
For me, entrepreneur is a go-getter, someone who's building their own future, trying to set up the future for their family, for their children, building their own vision, to build something for myself, for my family, for my children coming behind me. I want to leave a legacy.
It's really just a decision you have to make if you want to be an entrepreneur. You have the opportunity, but you have to give up things you like. You have to give up watching TV. You have to give up some of the other luxurious things you want to do. So, like, that's the answer. If you took 2 hours a day out of what you're doing now and you just put it into doing something that you to build your future every single day, like, look back in 60 days and tell me what you have. You're probably going to have a good business idea and you'll be ready to go. But it takes that 2 hours every single day. To me, people don't want to make that commitment, and I think that's why that's their barrier.
I work for a company currently, and I see someone getting rich, and I would like to work for myself and build my own.
First time I went into this because I didn't charge as much. Okay, I made it up. The next time, guess what? I made it up because I learned. So there's things that you have to do. You have to fail. And you have to fail fast.
I tell everybody that wants to start their own business, first of all, do it. Just flat out do it. As hard as it is to get started, it doesn't matter. If you believe in yourself, if you believe in the idea, if you believe in the product,
the first question I would ask is, what's taking you so long? You guys who make it 95,000, 500,000, that's your cap. That's your cap. Regardless of what you make, that's your cap. Is somebody telling you when to get to work? when not to get to work, when to go home, and all that kind of good stuff. Take the cap off your take the cap off your life.
I made this in about 2017, so it's about 7 years old.
How you doing? My name is Twan Maddox, 37 years old, aspiring entrepreneur. I'm currently building a commercial cleaning company. The name of my business is Maddox Group Commercial Cleaning. Well, my start is going to be small businesses, small office buildings, small doctor's offices, dentist office, things of those natures. And
Shout out to Brian Tutt. I had to catch up with him. That's my man. He's a good dude, good businessman, very smart.
My name is Brian Tutt. I'm 40 years old. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Started working with Red Bull after college here, launched Red Bull back in 2001. That went great. Moved on to Boston where I did more work with Red Bull, but went on with a distributor from there.
You know, it's crazy though. When he did this, he was 40. And right now, I just turned 40. So now I'm the age that he was. Of course, I ain't do all the shit he done did, but I've done a lot of business shit since then. And yeah, I just want to say that.
I moved to New York City. I started working with a startup in sales, worked all the way up the company to being all the way up to new business development. Had an opportunity really to start my entrepreneurial journey about 5 years into my New York career, and I was approached by an investment company who wanted me to work with them, and that relationship ended up working out where they wanted me to be CEO of a company. So it involved me moving back here to Detroit, and that's really how my entrepreneurial journey started. And from there, I've done several things, just learning and being a serial entrepreneur.
My name is John Cromer. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been in business for 33 years. I started my company from scratch in 1982, working out of my mother's basement. It's a small janitorial firm. I actually started working with a firm first called City Building Maintenance. I worked with those guys for a couple of years. And after working with them for a couple of years, I realized that I could probably do that and maybe more for myself. And so I turned that corner probably in 1985, maybe 84. Been doing this ever since.
I'm Mary Harvin with You Drink I Maintenance. I am
What's up? Shout out to
the
Mary.
mobile bartending service. We do
Still doing
signature
bartending
beverages,
service
social
too,
media, and
though.
mobility where everything collide.
What is an entrepreneur to me? An entrepreneur to me is a risk taker.
Definition of entrepreneur would be someone who works hard to try to kick their business off into this world. Like, you have to live, eat, sleep, breathe your business.
a go-getter, someone who's building their own future, trying to set up the future for their family.
That's a person that maybe had a job with someone else at one time, but realized that he'd rather take the chance of making his own way himself than relying on somebody else to tell him what to do, when to do, and actually how much money he's going to make on a regular basis.
It's not, oh, I work on my business from 8 to 5 and that's it. If you got to work on it from 8 to 8, 8 to 12, then that's what you got to do, because if you don't put the effort in, nobody else will. People give what they see. You got to put the input in to get the output.
I got 12 brothers and sisters, not a lot of money growing up.
What's up, James? I see.
General assistance, food stamps, all that kind of good stuff. Didn't want that for myself afterwards. And so my ultimate goal was to make sure that didn't happen to me. And obviously, through the grace of God, it did not happen.
Most people have very high goals, but the effort they put into the business is what they think it should be. And my thing is, if you think it takes this much effort and it really takes this much effort, are you willing to stop here because you thought this is all you needed to do?
And that's why a lot of people really fail in doing business, because it's fun to say I got my own business, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got an LLC. But what it really takes to make a business, the time it really takes, the sacrifice that it really takes, a lot of people not up to do. And that's what's going to separate you from anybody else that's doing business. The work that you put in, the extra work you put in. I got to go to work in the morning. in a couple hours. But I'm sitting here testing this, doing this because you got to make sacrifices. I don't mind falling asleep at work because I've been working on my own shit. That's how it's supposed to be. Work is a stepping stone, and owning your own business is like pushing a boulder up a hill, you know. So
I'm skilled first and foremost. I'm educated first and foremost. I'm extremely determined, and I also kind of got a good judge of character for people as well, who can help and who can't help. I think a key thing to being successful in any business is surround yourself with some people that are
What's
as
up,
motivated
James?
and as
What's
smart
up?
as you are.
Wanted a better paying bartender job. So I was building a portfolio of drinks that I wanted to give to employers to make me look like a better bartender. From the pictures, I ended up making a
Hey,
website.
you
And
wanna
from the
come on?
website is how my business started.
James, you can come on if you
My
want.
name is Ronier, but folks know me from the music world as DJ Babe. So the company I have
Never
is
said the
Motor
invite.
City Popcorn, which I started in 2012. So I've been doing it 5 years now, and we just getting there. I mean, it started off on the stove, inside my mama's house, and all the way
Hit the
to
link if you
a
want to join.
storefront in Cobo Hall. We're doing many events around the city, and pretty soon we're opening up a retail store in Fraser. I was actually sitting on the porch, and I had been thinking for like over a year of getting into the popcorn business. And I was experimenting at home. I thought, making cheese popcorn. You just buy some cheese and melt it, and everything was just coming out wrong. So I was on the porch one day, just pulled my credit card out, went online, and bought some equipment.
My name is Dr. Stephanie Barrage. I am currently the assistant superintendent at Wayne Risa. I own two businesses of my own. One is called Academic Redesign Solutions. It is an educational firm where I consult across the United States. And then I also have Queendom Living, which is related to my book. And as you can tell, my shirt, Queendom Living, it is about the empowerment of women.
My name is Dr. Kwanda Johnson. I am a dentist. I'm a native Detroiter, born and raised here, went to Cass Tech High School, University of Detroit Mercy. I'm locally grown entrepreneur. I opened my practice in 2001.
I decided to take advantage of an offer this one company gave me, which was a startup. They were going to make me CEO, but give me percentage. So I got excited. And things, of course, like usual, don't go always according to plan, but I learned a lot, and it helped me start my business. And I realized that what I wanted to do was help other entrepreneurs grow their business. So I would come on board with them, work with them, help them build their marketing, help them build their sales, get them into some, whatever they do, a sales or service, push them out more, and help them develop a business plan. So that way, if they need to raise capital, they can. And so that's kind of how I started out doing. It worked great for a couple of years. I met a lot of people and made a lot of great contacts. But most importantly, I was doing what I like. So I enjoyed every minute of it.
My particular business, I own my building, so I bought my practice.
And that's one of the important things about business. Like, yeah, we all should do something, figure something out. But the best thing to do is something you like, something you love, something you enjoy, so it don't feel like work while you're doing it,
This from another dentist who retired, so I had to buy that piece, the practice piece, the patients and the equipment and all that, and I also purchased the building. So it was a lot of things that went into that.
When you start talking about pros and cons of being an entrepreneur, I think the pros are you are in control of your own destiny.
Anytime, to see a vision you have and an idea you have to actually come and become real, I mean, that's a pleasure in itself.
I'm at home with my children, so I don't have to always say, Mommy's got to go to work. Mommy's got to go to work. That conversation is over.
The freedom of being able to make their own decisions for my company. I will be able to.
But mama still got to go to work. It's just for her own business. And if mama want to take off because she got an emergency or because one of the kids got something or she just want to send the workers out instead, she can't make it, mama can do that. But mama won't get fired, So that's very important.
Decide how we do things, when we do things, and why we do things. And I will have the method and reasoning to why we're doing that. And I'm looking forward to that most.
If you're anybody in this society, we're always in search of control. We think that we can always do it just a little bit better than the person that did it before us.
I think
That
so.
control is a major, factor for me because it allows me to be free. And what I mean by free to do what I want to do when I want to do it. I know I got responsibilities and I handle my responsibilities well, but it gives me the freedom to raise my kids. To be a good husband to my wife.
But I still have to balance the time that I put into my business, that I put into my husband, and how I put into my family, like my children. Like they still have to be nurtured, they still have to be fed, they still want to play, they still want to talk.
Just to be a good son to a good son to my mother. Just it gives me the freedom to do a lot of things. The cons of it is that as you continue to grow, if you aren't wise enough to put the right people in place, then you can get bogged down too. Because there's always something to do. Always something to do every single day.
Not, what everybody assumes when you're trying to run a business, because there are things that come before you, period. If you're a good business owner. Now, you can take all the money and run, but how long are you going to last? If you want to establish yourself.
The reality is most people aren't willing to put.
And that's another important thing. Like, you can make a couple of $1,000, $10,000, $20,000 and dip off, but you're gonna cut off the potential of you making hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions if you would have just stayed down and had good business practices and kept it real with your customers and provide a quality service. All of that will keep you around, but you got to be consistent.
What it actually takes. There's the amount of work you think it takes, and then there's the amount of work it actually takes.
Every time I sell a new job, every time I buy a new house, every time I rent that house out, that's an increase in salary for me. That means nobody controls what I make. When I was working in this company a long time ago, I think I made probably, $35,000 a year. And back then, that was pretty decent cash. That was a long time ago. $35,000. I don't think I'm not going to do it for $35,000 now. It's a great deal more than $35,000.
Yeah.
You will encounter everything that you can imagine, but the ones that are going to be the most impactful are going to be the lack of support that you think should come from your loved ones. And that's when you really need to look inside and say, I'm doing this for me, and I believe in this, so I want to do it.
And here's what a lot of people do. We like to go to our friends because that's who we're comfortable with. Your friends are your cheerleaders.
Uh-huh.
But you have to expand your network to another group of other business people to learn what they're doing. And then you can say, oh, this is what they've learned. Here's what I know. This is what I need to do.
And when you think of it that way, you will still want the support from your loved ones, but you don't need it as much. You're not tied into their support. And that way you're not spending energy thinking, oh man, they should be doing this or they should be doing that. And in fact, if you have one thought like that, deal with it once and then get rid of that thought.
I got a girlfriend who really, she should have her own business. I have begged her. Her pastries are phenomenal. People buy them. She can't make the jump. She just is struggling making the jump up. And literally, I've set her up in 2 places to say, here, these people want you to come make your pastries and just make some cards. She can't do it.
And I know some people like that. We all know some people like that. Like, you got a friend that can cook good as hell. They always cooking. You're like, damn, you should open up a restaurant. You should open up a shop to get a food truck. And they just like, nah, I'm good. I just like to make pancakes. I don't want to get in the shop. And that's okay. Everybody not built for that. But, everything ain't for everybody, So if you don't get into business, just know that you got to want it, because nothing is going to be given to you and nothing is going to come to you unless you put it out there.
She can't see beyond the fear of, she can't see beyond herself. And so you also have to know, you have to be able to believe in yourself that you can make mistakes. You're not going to be perfect.
I remember going to several of my colleagues asking them about the IRS. I said, how do you pay your taxes? Because this is crazy talk, and they said, well, I just do. It took me several tries, several people to kind of tap on the shoulder before they set you down and they said, hey, this is how I do it.
Contracts, finding the right wording, finding the correct way to come up with a billing method for my clients, finding a way to come up with proper pricing for my clients as well. So the research that comes along with things like that, that's really been the biggest hurdle so far.
So for me, I haven't had an actual 9-to-5 job in 14 years. Actually, the last job I had ended June 9th.
Shout out to Motor City Popcorn. It's my man's Ron there. He got Motor City Popcorn. He got a shop on Woodward in Ferndale. I go out there and check him out. And he been, working with this business for years. Um, I met him probably about 7, 8 years ago. I actually worked with him in the popcorn places, trying to help him get everything, moving, keep it moving. And I still keep in contact with him to this day. So shout out to Ron there. Motor City Popcorn is tagged in the comments too on Facebook.
2003. But even before that, truth be told, a job where you have to actually walk in, hit the time clock or whatever, and look at your schedule, this. I haven't had that since 2001. So for me, I worked in the music industry. So there were times I worked from Arista Records, MCA Records, WJLV radio station, WBT radio station, or I was subcontracted to do street promotion work from labels. So the last job I had was MCA Records.
I have rearranged everything. My spending habits have had to change. There is no check at the end of the week. There are no tips. I can just pick up a shift. None of that exists. I'm completely out here on my own. So my spending is a little more wise. My saving is a little more wise because I have to think. I still have to take care of a family. At the end of the day, if I'm trying to reach this goal or not, I still have to provide for them right now.
Present job market of today, actually, I read this morning that unemployment was at the lowest that it's been in 15 years. I mean, I hate to have it happen while Orange Man is in office, So I mean, but right now, I have to say there are plenty of jobs. I also read a story last night where there's so many jobs that can't be filled because people can't pass drug tests or people are not skilled laborers.
When you go to Ford Motor Company, they ask you to work 10 hours a day, 4 days a week or whatever. And sometimes they have you work, 10 hours for the first 2 days and then 10 hours for the second, and you work in 2 different shifts. I think that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. But that's what they require of you. The time is an investment. When you invest the time into your business, it's an investment. It's going to pay you up afterwards. For those folks that get involved with this business looking to make a lot of money, there's opportunities that without it up there to make a lot of money. But a fool and his money will soon part company.
You do have to fight fear, and that's what a lot of people get fearful of. Is this going to work? And so that's one of the reasons why I did not quit my job and why I still continue to work, because if something doesn't mesh in either of the businesses, then I still have my day job to cover my expenses until maybe a payment comes in. And I'll give an example. I was working with the district, and they actually didn't pay me for 6 months. And I wasn't stressed because I still had my day job that was paying my bills. So by the time they paid it, I'm fine. But I've seen enough companies and I've seen companies go under because maybe the company didn't pay them. And so they couldn't go 6 months without pay. Whereas for my company, I can go 6 months because I already have a check coming in and all my bills are getting paid. So I tell people, you really have to be very careful around, it's not that you don't want to be independent in your own business, because you do, that's always the goal. But until you know you're really ready, and I would say ready is about having 50,000. If you've got about 50,000 and you could cover if a crisis happened, you could still maintain, then you can say, I can leave my day job. But if not, no, you need to have something to cover your bills in case a crisis happens and you can maintain.
But a fool and his money will soon part company. If you're not serious about the money, it can get you in trouble. I can recall a long time ago, the story I tell everybody that's trying to get into business. There was a time that I had, I got these clients, I got all these employees, and we're working on a regular basis. And I do my payroll, and at the end of the month, there was $4,000 left in the account. This is probably 25 years ago. And I realized that I didn't pay somebody's money. Somebody's check, somebody's supplies that I didn't pay for. So what I had to do, I figured I would hold this money till the following month, whoever it was, would call, request their money, not have it forward to give it to them. And so the following month, there was another $4,000 in the account. It took me that much time to realize that I was making $4,000 a month profit.
You have to be trustworthy. You have to be loyal to your craft and to your people. And you have to, run an honest business.
Yeah.
And so you have to do whatever needs to be done first in your back burner, for sure.
think of how do I do this with the kids, they are part of it as well. So there's things that I may need in the business. Guess what? I'm teaching them. I may pay them to do certain things for me. So they become employees of the business. Or I have mentors or girls that I'm mentoring in the Queendom Living side. And so they may help me with social media because I'm interning. I'm teaching them while I'm growing as well.
My sons get a chance to work with their dad and not work for somebody else. They get a chance to see firsthand what it's like to be an entrepreneur and to be in control of their own destiny. They'll be the first generation in my family, in my immediate family, not just my family, but my other brothers and sisters that have the opportunity to work for themselves from the very onset. And that's a rare, rare commodity in our community.
I would advise anybody who's going to any type of business to join every organization possible. Black Haircutters of America, nail shops of the U.S., whatever conglomerate you can join, because there's always a wealth of knowledge. People are willing to share with you the things that they've done, how they've gone about it. And, you just need to put your boots down and learn, and be willing to fail.
I took classes with a program called SCORE. It's like maybe $10, $15 a class or something like that. Then I went to Build Institute and I took that class. Then I went to Launch Detroit and I joined Food Lab Detroit. And I started associating myself with different organizations from the DEGC and Open City and things of that. And then the last one, Tech Town. So I did all these things to learn the game, to learn what's going on. Most of the classes taught you about a business plan. I thought at first I'm like, yeah, I can write a business plan. But when I sat in the class, I was like, oh, okay, well, this. Oh, you do it like this. You add this to it, and I learned more. And there was a time when I thought I knew about how to keep records, financials. The class was like, oh, this is how you do this. So I definitely learned more.
Sure, I encourage everyone that and let you know that entrepreneurism is doable. It's something that takes a lot of hard work, but if you have the right plan and you give it the appropriate attention and you find something that you really care about, you can start to build something that eventually can eliminate your need to make money traditionally. And that's just the way it is. So continue to put forth the effort. Don't let the obstacles stop you, because that's what they are, obstacles. Don't let them stop you. If you keep doing that, you'll be in good shape.
So anybody out there who is thinking about being an entrepreneur, follow your dreams. Don't listen to anyone else. Follow your dreams. Follow your heart. Work hard and give it your 110% and do you.
If you're looking to be an entrepreneur, you just have to do it. You cannot have fear. If you have to fail fast in whatever it is that you're doing, there's nothing wrong with failing as you're learning, because that is where you're going to have your best lessons. Everything is not going to be perfect. You have to be able to say, if you've got a dream in your heart, go do it. Don't let anyone get in the way of that dream. Have people that you talk to. Have a network of people that are not just your base friends. Your friends are your cheerleaders. Have a network of people who are doing the work that you want to do, that you can access and have conversations with. You want to be able to give it all. It's going to be a lot of work, but you can do it. Write out your thoughts and what you would like to do. Have a plan in place and set goals. Set 3-month goals, 6-month goal, 8-month goals, and then a 12-month goal. And then you're going to keep looking at your goals to see, what did I reach? What do I need to do to adjust so that I can get to my next level of accountability for each set of goals that I set? If you do that, trust me, your business is going to take off and you're going to do fine. And if something doesn't do well, then go back, recenter yourself, and figure out what you need to do to move forward to get to the next place.
Get over your fears. Never quit. Don't listen to the naysayers. Be self-motivated. It's up to you. If you are the entrepreneur, if you are the one with a dream, if you are the one with a passion, then it is up to you. You have to get up early. You have to stay late. And I believe the phrase goes that successful people make it a habit of doing the things that unsuccessful people refuse to do. Simple as that.
Definitely follow your dream. Be passionate about it. You gotta put 3 feet into it. as I say. You cannot kind of straddle the fence. You got to jump into this. You have to be real. Can't be scared to take chances. If you got $100 in your pocket, you got to spend 101 to make this happen. You got to get out there and do it. Only you can fulfill the dream that you want to do. Other people can help you, but nobody has the vision that you have. So get out there, do it. Don't be scared. Make it happen. And again, educate yourself on any and everything you get into.
For anyone who's looking to be an entrepreneur, make sure you go for it. Make sure you reach for your dreams. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it. Don't let no job stop you from doing it. They're making their money. They're going to have their money. You need your money. So you need to do what you need to do to make your own money. That's my advice. Do what you need to do to make your own money. Don't count on the 401k. Don't count on these jobs. Don't count on Social Security. It's not going to be there. Get you a job. Be an entrepreneur. Get you a business. Take care of yourself and your family.
That was good. That's my shit. I've been drinking. I have to go pictures at the end. I gotta re-upload that back onto YouTube somewhere. That was my shit. I seen something else. Let's watch this. This is Daddy Daughter Dance in prison. You know, it wasn't no fights like a week. Shit, everybody was in there. It was like everybody never beat that together. Never popped that in my blood. I ain't even got no kids.
You know I got you, baby girl. Just tell her how much I love her and tell her I apologize for all the years I missed in her life, and I hope she forgive me, and I'll make it up to her with this dance. She's 17 and I've been gone 15 years. She mean everything. She mean my world, man. I ever put my life on the line for my daughter, man.
Twins. That was nice. You don't even want to see the post from that shit. It was from some lady talking about, you using our tax dollars to do this. I'm like, damn, you hating, bitch. Wow, why are you such a hater? What did you on? Let's see. We can watch like one more thing. I'm not really about to be here long. I got to get up and go to work in the morning. Let's watch Hood Court.
Hello, I'm Karina Kay. I'm a mother of 3 beautiful children. I got Colin. He in 8th grade, and I got Corbin. He in 5th grade, and then Cohen.
Okay. Nice to meet you, sweetheart. Little freaky ass. I said you be busy. Let's get back to the case, though.
Okay, so I'm an entrepreneur. I design clothes. Today I'm here because I'm suing my cousin Shug for $350. Yeah, me, him, and my friend, we always hang out. He like to portray to be like a baller. And he work at Subway. He only work 20 hours a week. So,
All right. Well, nice to meet you, Miss KK. I'm gonna just stick with that. Let's hear from you, Sugar.
What? It's Suge, nigga.
Nigga, what? God, pop your little.
Oh no, I said it should.
Okay, well tell me about yourself.
Yeah, I'm 23. I work at Subway part-time. I got like 20 hours, but the manager, he gave me more hours. He gave me like an extra day for real.
Okay, how long you been working there, Sugar?
About 8 years.
Okay, so shit, at least we know you can keep a job. Let's get back to the case, though.
Yeah, so I'm suing my cousin Shug for $350. We be hanging out and whatever and whatnot. And he always want to look like he got money. So we at Nicky's.
I be trying to look like that? Alright.
You know you do. So we was at Nicky's.
Okay.
Over there by Great Time or whatever.
Well, I know where Nicky's at. I done been down there a few times. You know, me and the guys, me and my brothers, we went down there a couple years ago. We deep. We about 10, 11 deep. My homeboy from around the way, he came through. You know, we all Gucci'd out, you feel me? Because I stay Gucci'd out, I keep, you feel me?
20 minutes later.
Yeah, so, bro ended up shooting that bitch up. We done left that bitch in a police chase. Right, so, let's get back to the case.
Oh, yeah, so we turning up and whatever. And he asked to borrow $350. Now, I know Suge. He normally drinks something like, he asked to borrow $350 to get a bottle of 1738. So, now I know Suge. He normally drinks something like E&J or Paul Masson. And anyway, he told me he'd pay me back Friday. And that was 3 days ago. And I ain't heard nothing about my money since we left the club.
So why would you even loan him $350 when you know this man only worked 20 hours at Subway?
Because before we was at Nicky's, we was at Greek Town, the casino, and I had hit. So he knew I was buzzing. I was a little drunk. I can't even lie.
You ain't loan me that money. You gave me that money.
Really?
Yes.
Good.
I ain't gonna lie. This case is really stressful. Y'all gonna have to give me about 5 minutes. I gotta go in the back. I got some paperwork I need to sign.
This motherfucker stressing me out, man. This shit crazy.
So let's get back to the case. Miss KK, was it a loan or did you get that man that money?
It was a loan. I got proof it was a loan.
Well, let me see what kind of proof you got.
Man, you ain't loan me that money. You gave me that money.
I gave you the money, Suge. I got the proof. I need a real receipt, though.
Thank you, ma'am. Well, this do look legit. It do have the amount on here, and it's got your signature. You got anything to say about this, Sugar?
I ain't signed that. That is not my signature.
All right, you know what? I know how to get to the bottom of this. Let me see your ID. All right, I ain't gonna lie. This is the exact same signature. You signed this.
You know you signed it.
So let's get to your case. What you suing her for?
I'm suing for emotional distress because these last couple of days been hell.
Hey, boy. Hey, boy. Boy. Boy,
So, Sugar, you suing for emotional distress? What type of stress have this caused you? You owe her.
Cause she kept blowing up my phone multiple times a day. And what? It's only been a couple days, about 5, 6, 7. This girl calling my phone so much, I had to change my number.
boy, you know you ain't pay your bill.
Man, my phone rung so many times, my girl thought I was cheating on her.
Boy, I ain't call your phone that much. I only called like, what, 16 times on Friday, 21 times on Saturday,
So,
and about 14
that's
on
in
Sunday.
chat.
And that's how I knew your phone was cut off.
Yeah.
It kept saying, the number you have reached has been disconnected.
So why didn't you just answer the phone, Sugar?
Cause I was at work.
This platform.
I only work about 20 hours a week.
Order. Language, ma'am.
I'm sorry, Your Highness. Your Majesty. Whatever. I just want my money.
Yeah.
You did call this man's phone over 51 times this weekend.
And she came to my house and popped up to my job talking about she wanted a sub.
You a lie. But I did go to his job. I did. I just wanted a sub. I didn't know he worked at that one.
So how did you end up at this man's job 3 times over the weekend?
I've been trying to eat healthy, Your Highness. I mean, Your Majesty. Your Honor. I've been trying to work on my shape.
Shit. Well, you doing a good job. Little sexy ass. You got somebody?
Well, no. I can give you my number after I win my case, Mr. Sexy. I mean, Your Honor.
Come on, man.
Is this nigga even a real judge? I do not think you can do that.
What? Real judge? Nigga, I'll pop. Come on, Sugar. Keep on with your case, man.
So I work all the way on the east side, right? Off Gratiot. She live in Westland. That's a good 40 minutes from her house.
I could go wherever I please.
Sounds like you was harassing this man. You went to this man's house and his job just to get your money.
Then, Your Honor, when she came to my job, she talking about she want a sub. And she didn't even pay for it. She talking about you can take it out the $350 that you owe me. I ain't even had $10 in my pocket that day. My job let me go. Talking about I was stealing subs. That sub was $10, so if anything, I only owe her $340 for real.
So now you admit to owing her.
He know he do.
Okay, so it do sound like she was harassing you. She did go to your job, and she went to your house, and caused you to lose your job. That's most definitely emotional distress. Okay, here we go. So, you not gonna get the whole 1,000 for the emotional distress. But I will give you $37.29, because that's big harassment.
Man, what? Are you even serious? What kind of court is this? Hood ass court. I ain't never even heard of no court on Dexter and Davidson.
Nigga, what? Alright, so KK. Miss KK. You did win your case. Your judgment is $310.71. So what you doing after this?
Nothing.
Well, why don't you come on in the back? I got some paperwork I need you to sign.
Yeah, so we here with the nigga that, you know what I'm saying, he about to, what you won?
Nah.
You won, bro?
Don't do me like that, bro.
Oh, he ain't win. We with the nigga that lost. So we wanted to see how he felt about it.
Honestly.
How you feel about being a loser?
Honestly, I feel like it was a bunch of bull. Judge ain't even real. I think they go together the whole time, but shit, we don't
Oh, so you jealous?
Nah.
You want to hit your own cousin?
Nah, bro.
Say that nigga shut
That's
that.
light, bro.
So, do you got any bullet wounds?
Nah, that nigga missed. He got a wang jumper.
Oh, so he should have
Say, I'll
just,
be back.
yeah.
It's cool, because we gonna spin a block.
Oh, well, you heard it here first, folks. He gonna spin a block. So don't sit in your cars and smoke. We got the winner. Come on over here, winner. So you won your money. So what you gonna do with the money?
Put it in my bank account. I gotta keep it for the kids.
Are you gonna loan your cousin any more money or?
Oh no, I'm not doing no more loans. No. He could go to the bank if he need a loan. I ain't doing no more of that.
Okay. Do you got any advice for the people that might want to, whatever?
Don't loan nobody no money if you know they ain't making it. If they ain't making enough, don't give it to them. Don't give it to them.
Well, you heard it here first. And if the judge on some bullshit, you can hit me up. This is the court. Fuck y'all.
Flirted with my wife.
He didn't want me to let that come out, but y'all heard it. Y'all saw it here first. That was hood court. All right, I'm about to go. I'm about to get out of here. Before I leave, though, I gotta play my theme song.
It's a late night show, I don't care who watch, cause I'm doing this shit anyway. If you up, then you up. If you down, then be down. It's the plug and that's John Blaze. It's a late night show, I don't care who watch, cause I'm doing this